No amount of guilt can solve the past. No amount of anxiety can change the future. Shout out to Fearless Soul for this. Collective, if you clicked on this, it's because you realize that and you don't sit in regret anymore, okay? You don't worry. You don't worry about a thing, right? Because you're the type of person, you actively find solutions for your troubles, right? And maybe in the past you used to sit and worry a lot. You were the type of person, you live in a present moment now. That's what it is, collective. You have clarity on who you are and you live in the present. You don't focus on the past. You don't dwell in the past. You don't dwell in the future, but maybe in the past you used to dwell in the past a lot. You know what I'm saying? You could have been someone who gone through a lot of traumatic experiences, dealt with a lot of disappointments in life, right? Failures. Didn't feel good about yourself. So oftentimes, things would happen and it would trigger you to go ahead and relive the past. You were always so sad and depressed, living in the past all the time. Guilty, shameful, depressed, just always thinking about what happened to you, Or maybe you were always, at one point, you just were focused on trying to avoid the past and avoid your present and just thinking about the future, like, okay, I'm going to do this, I don't do that. But you're not actively doing anything now in the present. You were just too focused out far ahead, right? Like you might have been someone who was ambitiously hopeful, but you weren't putting in the action to actually make those changes to become that person that you wanted to be in the future, right? But now, collective, you are in the present moment, right? You've been on this healing journey. You've done that inner work, right? You've healed those parts of you that were wounded. So now you don't have these triggers that take you back to the past, right? You've made peace with your past, collective. You've accepted that there are things that happened in the past you cannot change. So you change the way you view the past. It is what it is. The things that you can change, that's what you focus on now in your present, right? And you are hopeful for the future, right? But you don't live there. You're in the present now, collective. This is you. You're actively working in the present moment because you understand that this is the only real thing. Your past is already gone. Your future ain't here yet. So you're actively creating your future by being present. So now you're so locked in, collective. Your habits have changed. You've worked on your weaknesses. You worked on your insecurity. You are a work in progress, and you are building your future now. When you go through issues in life now, you're not sitting in regret trying to figure out, oh my gosh, well, this happened to me in the past, or you don't play victim, right? As soon as something comes up, as soon as issues happen, you're actively thinking about how you can resolve it. You're actively thinking of solutions to get you out of whatever you get yourself into, and that's a powerful thing, collective, because that means you're taking an active role in your life. You said, no, I'm not going to allow just these events to happen to me and I don't have a say so about it. No, I can choose, I can decide. I can make decisions on my life. It is my life, right? And now you're changing the trajectory of your life because you're actively working in the present. You know how many people are they're on autopilot right now. They're not even thinking about exactly what they're doing. They're so in their routine, just going with the flow. They're probably thinking about the future. They're probably thinking about the past, but they're just on autopilot, sleep, just auto. That's not you no more, collective. You're not on autopilot. You're actively driving your vehicle to where you need it to go, right? And you just need to know you're going to get to where you need to be. You're no longer anxious about the future, right? You're making it happen now, right? So you're changing your future by working through your present. And I freaking love that for you. A lot of people don't realize that, they be waiting around for things to change, waiting around for stuff, but that's not how it works. You have to get involved and you have to act now in the present. because this is the only real thing. You know, so many people are worried about, oh, the future of America, the future of where we're headed, the end of the world, right? Or they're looking at the history like, well, this happened in the past and, oh, I hope we don't repeat this again. Yet, well, how do you think it's not going to repeat? The only way it don't repeat is if you're actively doing something now about it, right? Get off of the autopilot and actively work in the present. This is literally the only time that we have to make changes now. So if we're not actively working in the present, then of course the things of the past will repeat itself because we're not making those changes. But see, you collective, you understand this concept, and you said you refused to repeat old cycles in your life. You refuse to keep going through the same shit that you've been going through. You said, no, I'm going to take an active role in my life, and I'm going to change the trajectory of my future by making the different changes that I can now in the present moment. I'm changing up my habits. I'm changing up my diet and nutrition. I'm changing up my goals. I'm changing up my vision. You are actively working now to change your future. This is powerful, collective. I don't know who I'm talking to, but let me know if this is you in the comments below, because you got tunnel vision and you're focused, and I love it. Okay, and listen, if this is your first time here on my channel and you enjoy my content, please make sure you subscribe. I would definitely love to have you a part of the tribe, because you know it's a vibe over here. All right. Thank you guys so much for continuing to support my channel. It's Karkar. I'll talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye.